Hey guys, so the past few weeks I've been working on redoing the interior of my van, more specifically the roof or the ceiling, inner ceiling. And I just wanted to share with you before it's finished off and you can't see how it was done. But for those of you that might have a Volkswagen or are interested in doing some kind of custom project yourself, I'm just making this video so you can see it's pretty easy and you can have a pretty rad ceiling if you just try. Alright. So let's take a look inside. Oh yeah, let's take a look outside. You know, the hippie van. Yes. Alright, let's look inside. So, as you can see, right here I put some 2x2s. I drilled them right into the metal. There's a little ledge here, so it didn't go out to the outside of the car, it just goes into the metal. And in the gap behind I put about three screws in each section, as you can see. Those two sections only have 2 screws each, and these are Drill-X, the self-drilling metal screws. I believe they're about 1.5 inches, and I countersunk pre-drilled the holes halfway through the 2-inch 2x2s. So that they'd sit flush inside. Alright, so as you can see, on top of those 2x2s I've used epoxy to glue down some LED lights. I got these strips in Thailand, 2 10-meter sections, which was actually more than enough to wrap around the entire perimeter of the ceiling. And then I wasn't sure, I had a open space at the back, I didn't know how to close it up, so what I did was I got this faux-fur and glued the one side right to the rim. I'll come outside and show you that in a second. And the other side I glued to this connector piece, can't really see, and then I connected that to this MDF kind of, or not really MDF, it's a thinner particle board that they use for displays and stuff. You can kind of get an idea of the size of it there, which I basically just cut to shape. I made 3 panels, 1, 2, 3, and originally I was holding them up with ribs like this. You can see this rib here. That's how originally I had them up, and I had to have about 2 ribs per board, and it looked kind of crappy, and I still was left with the gaps between the boards. So I ended up getting this. It's about I believe 3-inch molding you can get at Home Depot. Pretty much all the materials minus the LED lights I got at Home Depot actually. So I got this and screwed it in right again using the self-drilling Drill-X. With some washers, 2 here, 2 there, and I discovered when I put that up that I didn't need the additional ribs that I had, so I could take them all out, and it looks a lot better. I think now I only have this one and this guy here, and then 1 little rib at the end just to keep her snug. But yeah, it came together nice. And then the final aspect of this interior that I've been working on the past few days is I just put in these little guys, drill the hole. They're about 5/8 of an inch wide eye hooks, and I put 1 here behind the driver's seat, 1 here in the center beam, and 1 at the last beam, and then again the same on the other side, strung through some aircraft cable that's coated with plastic to make it a little smoother. And then have these curtains I can just pull off right here. Have these curtains that I just got the material at some fabric store, pretty cheap, and just sewed up the edges, sewed around, and slid them on here. And they look pretty cool, I think, or I'm happy with them at least, and they give me the privacy. So, you know, this van's rockin', don't come a knockin'. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh no, that isn't it. So my sun visors were looking pretty crappy, so I recovered them. I actually wrote up a do-it-yourself guide how to recover your sun visors. So I got this cool Dr. Zeus fabric. It's pretty cheap, about 10 bucks for a yard, and a yard was more than enough to do 2 of them. So I still gotta put those in. And as you can see, I put some more faux fur here because this is how it looked before without the fur. And I didn't know how to cover it or whatever, so I thought the fur would, you know, kind of look cool. You know, girls love fur. It's soft. Anyways, and yeah, we ran the same in the back. We ran the LEDs right behind the fur. So actually, when you light it up, it's a little bright out right now. You might not be able to see. I got a remote for this guy, and it lights up right behind the fur. Looks kind of cool, and you can see it reflects all over the ceiling. So the final step to this project is we got these basically they're floorboards or molding or whatever you want to call it. I got them at Canadian Tire, got 2 of them, and I think they're about, got them 12 foot sections, and had to cut them down a little bit so they fit in the van. So I cut them down, don't know the exact measurements. It's pretty easy to figure it out once it's in there, and you have to do it to measure. And then sanded them off on the sides here just to make it look a little nicer. Also, on this piece I had to, this is the passenger side piece, this is the driver's side. So the passenger side I had to cut out a notch here to accommodate the sliding door. Give it some room for, you know, maneuvers and stuff. And yeah, I got to put on a couple more coats. As you can see, I had to readjust the edges and resand them and stuff because it didn't quite fit when I went to install it the first time. So just got to put a couple more coats of paint on there, and yeah, it's coming along. We're gonna have a, you know, funkified. Those floorboard covers are gonna just sit right here, and I'll show you the final, you know, video of that after. But the idea is to basically reflect around the whole top of the van, and yeah, just give it some feng shui ambiance. Anyways, that's it. Hippie Van Man signing off for now.